So we were wondering, why are investors feeling so good when some of the other economic data, like overall growth that Ty just mentioned, is just okay? Here to explain the disconnect and take us inside the investor's psyche is Dr. Doug Hirschhorn. He is a trading psychology coach for portfolio managers and hedge funds, the guys who maybe manage some of your money. It's good to see you, Doug.
Great to be back. Thank you very much.
Why is there that disconnect? You have some really interesting theories about why the numbers empirically may be saying one thing, but investors are doing and feeling differently.
Right. So investors have this sense of optimism that grows over time. And one thing that we've noticed in the field of sports psychology is what we call the new coach transition. So you can have a mediocre team, but if you bring in a new head coach, it's new beginning, it's fresh start. Everyone naturally thinks about the optimism, the possibilities of the future. And I think that's what we're seeing now with the markets, with the transition of the new administration.
Is the danger in that you as an investor then become overconfident that the new coach is going to deliver, and sometimes the new coach is great and does, and sometimes they're not exactly Belichick?
Well, let's keep it in mind. It's just a coach. You still have the same team. And that's the part that people get mistaken with, is that behavioral finance has taught us that people are historically overconfident in their skills. And it's been shown repeatedly in research. And what we see with the markets, and especially during these times with optimism, is that investors become overconfident in their skills as investors, and they think, well, it's going up, it's going to keep on going up, and I want to be a part of this, and I'm feeling great, and I'm hearing about it, reading about it, and then we get the herding mentality, which adds fuel to the fire.
Right. How much of it also has to do with the message that is being put out by the new coach, the administration? You know, we're going to tackle tax reform, we're going to tackle immigration, we're going to tackle the deficit, all of those things.
Right. So I'll refer to this as the Jedi mind trick. President Trump, this is not a political conversation, but he's charismatic, he's engaging, he uses great, compelling words like fantastic and great and wonderful, and those words stick in our minds, and then we move forward with that analogy in our head. It's the same example if I said to you, whatever you do, don't think of pink elephants. And all of a sudden, you're thinking of pink elephants. They don't even exist, but I put that image in your head, right. And President Trump has done that with the economy and the market.
An effective communicator for sure. So give me some advice as an investor, what to be on guard about in not letting my emotions take over, and translate that into action for me.
Sure. So go back to the data. And the best thing you can do is to recognize that you're having this sentiment, this over-anxious or over-confident feeling, and then go back to data points and look for pros and cons. Break it down to an objective list of pros and cons. Another great tool you can use is look at who you're having conversations with, or what chat rooms or blogs you're reading. And if you are surrounding yourself with like-minded people, that is a red flag that you've lost objectivity in what's going on around you. Ask yourself about what's the counter argument, the total opposite side. Why is this not a great market? What's wrong with the economy? Ask yourself those tough questions, and you equalize your mentality.
Good advice. Doug, thank you. It's always nice to have you with us.
My pleasure. Great to see you.
Doug Hirschhorn.